Welcome back to the Homestead Survivalist. We're going to do some more canning today. I know you guys might be sick of canning, but my wife had a request from friends and other people too to show how to can tomatoes to make our pasta sauce or tomato sauce in your stews, and also salsa. So this is how we do it. Right now she's got the pot boiling, or getting ready to boil for blanching the tomatoes. It's just a pot with a strainer in it. And you boil the tomatoes for 60 to 90 seconds and blanch them, and then take them out of there, put them in the sink, put them on a towel, rinse them, whatever, and then just get the skins off from them.
Drop the tomatoes in, let them cook.
And there's no set amount.
Take the strainer out, but you just don't want to like overfill it, so they have room to boil.
Did you put it on that one?
I did 75 seconds, so it says 60 to 90, so I'm kind of going in between. So you're going to take them out. Oh yeah, take. And then you just let them cool until you can handle them, and the skin should just come right off. This just makes it easier to get that skin off for when you're cooking the tomatoes down. To make your sauce with the skin off, they just cook faster. Makes the whole process go a bit quicker. Alright, I'm basically just cutting the pits out of the tomatoes, and then, like I said, you can just peel the skin off with your fingers. These are still somewhat hot. And then what I do is just kind of chunk them up and then throw them into the pot to cook them down.
And you could take them and put them in the pot and then cut them up, instead of having a pile of them basically right then and there. Take off the peels, take them out of there after you peeled them, cut them up, and then we're going to render them down.
Yep.
So if you can see that she's taking the pit, or the stem I should say, not the pit. Got a grumpy baby. Peeling them off, throw them in the pot, and then cut them up. So my wife said they need to be cut up, whatever, so I just ended up doing the potato masher. Works out pretty good. Get it ready to be rendered down. I don't know if anybody else does that, but pretty easy, I'd say. Works great. Try it out.
Can I turn this light up?
Alright, we're going to render her down. We're going to turn it on high heat. We're going to get her to a boil. And we'll adjust accordingly. It's your choice what you want. If you want it thicker, if you want it thinner. We like it a little thicker. That's my preference because I like thicker stuff on that. So yeah, thicker or thinner. Watch it as it boils, just stir it occasionally, and then when it's to your liking and consistency is when it's done, and we'll show you the next process. Alright, so once you have boiling going, I actually end up taking it and reducing the heat a little bit, and uncovering it. Put it down to a medium. And if you want it thick, you're going to let it go for a little while with the cover off, so that way you get some of the evaporation. That way it can thicken up. If you want it thin, you can start putting it in the cans here in a little bit. Alright, while your sauce is rendering, you can take your lids for your cans, wide mouth or regular mouth, and you're going to boil them. And you're going to boil them and sterilize them for 5 minutes. And then you're going to let them cool off and you can use them right away. So right now we're just taking hot water and we are covering these jars, get them heated up. We've already cleaned them, sterilized them. We're just getting them hot so that way when we actually put the hot tomato sauce in there, there's no shock. So you don't have to worry about cracking and breaking them. And sometimes it does happen. Depends on if you have a pre-existing issue or whatever, but in good brand new jars, you should have no issue. Alright, jars are ready to go. I'm gonna start filling them up. And these you want to get them up there to the top of the jar almost completely. What's nice is this blue funnel actually gives you the measurement of where it needs to be in the jar. Fun fact. So that one's ready to go. I can put the lids on it and they're almost done. They're still sterilizing. You got about a minute, just under a minute and a half, and then we'll put that on and go and do some more.
By the way, the handy little magnet that Jason is using also comes in the canning kit that Ball Jar has created. It just gives you all the tools that you need in order to do the whole process from start to finish.
And we are at the end of season for gardening, so we've only got these 3 left to do, and this is it for the tomatoes. So, and I will put the bands on, and these you're going to want to put on a little bit tighter because it's going to go into the pot, which is going to have water over top of the jars. You'll see why. Alright, now we got these things filled up, and these are on hand tight, not reaming them on, but just nice and tight. And warming up the stock pot for the jars to go in, and you're going to fill up the water after you put them in there. They have to be just over the top of these jars, and you're going to do these for, they say what pint is 40 minutes, quart is 45 minutes, and these are a pint and a half, so we'll do 42 minutes on these. Alright, it's warmed up. These are going in. Alright, and now adding some more water to it so it goes over the top. And just about there. And I am adding hot water, not cold water, so there's no, again, shock factor here. Alright, so the water's just over the top of it. We should be good to go. And wait for it to boil. Once it starts boiling, 42 minutes for these guys. See it boiling? And we're going to start doing 42 minutes. Alrighty, they are done. It's been a long day,
Like I've told a lot of people before, it is a long process, but it is not hard to do.
No, you gotta have time to do this though. And you're me setting aside, for the whole process of everything. I would say you'd want to set aside probably 3 hours, minimum 3 to 4.
Yeah, I was gonna say probably at least 4.
Again, like I said, we only did 3 cans. This is all we have left, but we wanted to show you how to do this before all was said and done. You have to wait until next year. So there is the end product. And they are perfect for, like I said, doing pasta sauce, stews, pizza sauce, salsa, all kinds of different things you can do with it. You can season it. You can season it before you can it. You can season it after you can it. However you want to. Good stuff, great stuff. Fresh out of our garden. They were not bought tomatoes. If you like what you see, we appreciate the likes, the comments, and the shares, of course, too, and the subs. So if you like what you see, subscribe to the channel, and we will see you soon. Thank you, lovely wife, for doing this, and hopefully everybody that wanted to see it gets to see this. So thanks, guys. We'll talk to you soon. So one quick thing too, we did not mention, for those who are beginners on canning, you want to make sure that the lids actually pull down and seal. You won't be able to push on them when they make the weird sound or whatever. So they will suck down, and you'll hear them kind of go tink when they actually seal off after you've taken them out. So you'll hear them doing that. And once they do that, they're sealed. And watch them and just make sure that you cannot push on those tops. You don't want to push on them and go tick tick tick. You want to not make any noise or move at all. They'll be sucked right down and sealed off. Is that it?
Yeah.
You good?
I was just gonna say we don't really want to touch them right now because
they're hot.
They're in the resting state and they're hot.
Yep.
Definitely just don't want to touch them for a good 12 hours, and then once that time is up, then you would, put your finger in the middle, push it down, make sure that doesn't have any give to it at all, that it's sucked down tight, and then that way that it's sealed. If not, then you definitely want to use, if it doesn't seal good, then you definitely want to use those tomatoes within about 3 to 5 days. Otherwise, they will spoil. So, yeah.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching.